Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. How are you this beautiful Sunday morning? I hope you're doing very well. I hope that things in your life are good. Of course, we all have challenges, we know that, but our getting together and journaling, that's just a fun thing, and I appreciate you being here. So this is week number two of Journal with Me. And I hope that you are joining me. So let's get started. Okay, so what I want to do is just a reminder kind of thing that I am using this from the dollar store. Oh, look at that. That came out. Well, we'll have to glue that. I won't do it on camera, but I'll wait until I'm done, and then I will glue that on the back. Okay. So this has been my first week. Today is the 9th. So we are videoing, well, this is video, has been videoed ahead to be shown on Sunday. So I've just been keeping notes in there, and just to go over again, this was my first journaling experience, and I continued on after the camera, I shut the camera off. And this was just a really, really sweet note from another granddaughter that sent me this during the month of December. And I just loved it. And lavender purple, I mean, hello, this was all lavender. What was I going to do, right? Well, I was going to do florals, and yeah. Okay, so I'm just pulling out a few things here that I have been, not that. So this last week, I may have to do that sooner than later. I don't know. Okay, see, this is the wonderful thing. We'll just set this whole thing aside, and we'll just look at our pages. Okay, so I had my infusion on Tuesday. This is the band from that. I got a birthday card from my bank. It's so personal. Happy birthday. I mean, look at that. Oh. But you know what? It's part of it. It happened. It's part of my history. I don't know that I'll journal about it, but we'll see. And then I had opened a gift from a dear friend, and those were the tags from that. And with my infusion, they always give out a message of hope. Always be joyful. 1 Thessalonians 5:16, which I thought was really sweet. And then these were business cards. This is a study that we're in. This is a thank you from Your Creative Studio, which I have, those of you that are signed up for that, have you received your December box? I still haven't received my December box. And then, I don't know what happened to this. I put it in, and I never did anything with it, but this was dermatology back in November. And this is the little thing that kicks out from the camera that I showed you last video. So that's just a little bit of, this is current ephemera, guys. Years down the road, this will be vintage ephemera. We spend all this time and effort making ephemera, and if we keep more our current ephemera, I know some do throw all of that out, but it is kind of fun to journal about and keep bits of that, and I do. What I want to also show you today, and this is a leftover from what year? I think this was 2018 that I did this one out of a hardback book. I gutted it, and you can see that I just, I love it. I love it. But what I did was I took out all of the 2018 information in here, and I wrapped it with a band, and I put it, in my storage where my journals and things are. And then I just redid some tabs, and I thought, to make this system work really well for me, I still want to be able to do, like a little more detail. Like, for instance, to record all of my videos in a place where I can easily see them, what days I put them on, etc., etc. Whatever I feel I might want to do with the videos, with my Facebook group, things that I'm handling or taking care of. I haven't journaled in that yet. Excuse me. And then, the same with my Etsy shop, what's going on with that. And then a journaling spot for, I actually sort of like to take this to church with me. And while I'm just listening, to people's talks and the music and different things that way, sometimes I'll journal just little bits, not a lot. Just little bits and pieces in here, and maybe it's something that I mention in here, and then I journal more fully in here. Does that make sense? It just was, I guess I have become really accustomed to this way, and I've done, different tops, and I have videos on this Midori style. If you look up on my playlist, Midori Style and Journals, you'll find several different options there. And I show you how to make the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do in addition to this. And remember, I have these two inserts, and I deliberately kept them apart and am doing as we go along. So today I think I want to add something like this, that I want to work on these pages. And I think what I want to do, so let's close that up. This is the magic of this, you guys. I mean, this is like, so freeing. What I'm going to do is get this is a piece of wallpaper, and I'm just going to kind of use this. I'm going to glue some pages together here so that I have a thickness that I want. How many pages have I got here? So, how has your first part of January been going? All right. I want to try, and I thought a good way to try something here would be to use my markers and have something that it can seep through on without seeping on the paper. And then when I have done whatever marker, whatever I want to do, then I will glue a couple of pages together. Did that make sense? So it won't bleed, in other words. Okay, so I'm going to just, this is the marker set, January. I don't know what I want to do. I'm like, oh, I don't know, what should we do? So these are new markers, Illustrator markers. This is a chisel, and this is just the whatever. Okay, so I don't know. This could be really bad. Let's just go ahead. Ooh, look how vivid that is. Colorful. It's okay to play. It's okay to play. Ooh, okay. Like that. Ooh. Yes, indeed. That almost looks like, boy, that was a total bleed, wasn't it? All right. Let's just continue, as I have no clue what I'm going to do with all of this. But this is actually kind of fun. I'm like, oh, I'm here, and hopefully my wonderful friends are here, and we're just, we're just having a good time. So, while we're doing this, why don't we just go on this other side, pick another color, and do the same thing. Because when I glue, I'll glue these two, these pages together. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh my goodness. So we have sunshine here, and it's in the teens. It's cold. It's really cold. We had a bit of snow yesterday, but it was more of a dry, powdery snow, which, if it's gonna snow and I'm not wanting to go outside and build a snowman, then that's the kind of snow I want. Okay. I've not really done much with markers. I mean, I enjoy them, but generally speaking, I don't know, I'm just doing other things, right? Okay. All right. So, is that all the color that I want in here? Well, it would help if I knew what I was doing. That would definitely help. Let's go ahead. Let's, I don't know. Let's just continue playing for a minute. This hand, that's as far as I can fold it. I can't, like this hand, I can fist it, but I can't with this one. I don't know quite what's going on there. I need to get an appointment and kind of maybe have that looked at. I don't know though. All right, let's just sort of, it's kind of a green, isn't it? Okay. Well, we'll just sort of bring it in, and we will just play a little bit. Oh, this reminds me of when I used to go to school back in the dinosaur age, and you'd have art class and get to do some fun things. And sometimes you just got to play. All right, I'm liking that. We're sort of smoothing out some of these rougher edges. I'm getting a little more comfortable, so I'm not quite as jiggly, jerky with my hand movements, you know. Although that's okay. And now that I say that, what do? I jiggle and jerk. Of course. So have you been starting a journal or collecting some things that you want to put in a journal? It would be fun to hear about your experiences and what you are deciding to do. Let's see. Let's go with, I actually like kind of pink and oranges. Let's give that a go. I have really, truly been enjoying this. It's like this is the year. This is the year to do something a little more meaningful with my personal journaling journey. Personal journaling journey. Say that 10 times fast. Or not. Okay. So when we get this done, then I think I will go ahead and I will glue. Let me think about that. Am I going to do any stitching? Probably not. I think this is enough craziness for this particular, episode. Woo! And I know my whatevers are so simple, and they're not terribly exciting or wonderful or anything like that. But when I look back on this years later, it will be like, oh yeah, that was fun. I was visiting with my friends on YouTube and working in my journal. Yeah, that was a great time. That will be a fun memory. Okay, so buttons on your shirt. All right, let's take, and I will show you this. I'm sure you've already done this before. I'm sure this is nothing new. But I'm just going to go around and glue this on to another page. Just very simple stuff. And I really am trying to keep some of this pretty simple. As for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am happy that you are here. I'm happy that you found me, and I have a long playlist of videos that you might find fun and interesting. Encourage you to go take a peek there. And for those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I talk about simple, but I do kind of have a difficult time doing simple. In my mind, I always start out with something more simple and basic, and then it can have a tendency to grow. And I can sure complicate things. But there again, I mean, that is me. That's Okay, so let's see if we can glue this page. Okay. We'll just spread it out. I think I'll remove that. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this back. I got 3 pages, excuse me, instead of 2. So then when we put this in, we'll set it right here. And we will decide what to do. So I want to leave plenty of room for writing. I think maybe what I will do, let me get my phone out and see what pictures I have taken recently that I might want to print and see about. I believe there. No, not now. Okay, that was my nurse, Megan. So let's do a print preview. That looks good. And then I will print. We'll get... Okay, so that should start to print here in just a sec. I'll set it here so you can you hear that? Aha! It takes a minute. But this is just, you know, something fun so that I don't have to... And now, is the color the most fabulous color? No, it's not. Would I love it if it were? Well, yeah, I would. But this is still fun. So I can have that picture. I can have this as a, I didn't even plan on that. I can have, and this is blue. Wow, okay. Well, there you go. And I can put this. I think I will cut off some of this. I get one of these every time I go. Yay! Let's see. Let's go like trim it. So, and this one, of course, it's got the lines on there, so I don't have to try to find something to be able to do that with. And I probably want to corner round here. Let's just... And, by the way, in case you haven't been watching all of my videos, everything went really well. It was a good infusion session. I felt great. I still feel great. I know technically I have cancer, but I do feel really good, you guys. I really do. I have no complaints whatsoever. Now, this doesn't need to be so long. We will trim that up a little bit. We'll trim this a little bit. Ooh, I know. I'm working with scissors and not my rotary cutter. Craziness, right? Okay. So I am going to, we need to add some background papers. Let's see, do I want any of the other stuff here? Yeah. I think I will keep this card to recover and do something with, and I'll keep this envelope for envelope art. But I don't think I'm going to use them in my journal per se. And we'll see about these. We'll just, these will be holdovers. That's one thing that you can do. I can have a little spot. I just have a little spot where I keep all of the ephemera pieces. It's right here by my desk, that my current ephemera stuff. And I keep it all, and then when I'm going to journal, that's when I kind of go, do I want this? Do I want that? Et cetera, et cetera. And this, of course, then we need to bring in, want some background pages here. We've got some brown, got some, ooh, yeah, like that. Love me some vintage. Oh, yes. And that's, so, ooh, aggravated assault. Aggravation. No, I don't want that side. This was not aggravating. This was good. This was good. For this particular time, it was very good. I wrap some of my things that I sell on Etsy. I wrap them in these vintage maps. And then, of course, I keep stuff. So, okay, liking that. We're having the colors. And they did that crooked. Does that bother me? It actually does. Oh, you guys, I'm so anal. I'm so glad you're patient and you're amazing and you love me in spite of my faults. That's gonna drive me nuts. All right. Okay. I know. But I have to fix it. I mean, I can't put that there. Oh my word, that's so terrible. I should be able to just fine have that. That should not be an issue. But I need to do me, right? You need to do you. We need to be honest with ourselves of who we are. And who we are is just fine. Who you are is wonderful. You don't have to be anybody but you. You are enough. We all are enough. We're important. We are. Okay. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where did that little sliver go? Okay. All right. So it's coming together. I am going to leave room down here at the bottom. This will drive me nuts. But then when I work on the other side, that will take care of that a little bit. So I'm going to bring in a couple of other elements. I'm going to go ahead and put this on pause while I look at my other elements and see what else I might want to add for decoration going on here. And then we will continue. Okay, I've been playing around here, bringing in some other elements, etc. And I think I added this little bit and I added this little bit. And changing, you can change the position of anything here that you want. You just want to make it so that you like it. You like it. So I've just been tacking things down. And I think I like where this is going. So we'll add that be a little more secure there. And we will do a little bit here. My hands are a little shaky. I apologize. That's the way it is now. Oh. Okay. So we will just continue to just kind of play with this. This is fun. I think one of the hardest things is just deciding what you want to journal about, you know? And if you aren't like into all this decorating, I hope that you'll just go ahead and journal. Just journal. Whatever it is that you do, that's fabulous. And if you are like, no, I don't do all this fancy stuff, and of course I don't either, but I do like to embellish. But if that's not your thing, that's okay. It'd be a boring world if we all did exactly the same thing all the time. So I have this, I have this, and I have, that I found this piece of paper. Also, I thought that could go great right there. And look at that green, it matches so beautifully. Let's go ahead and rip these other edges. I started ripping it and I didn't rip the last two, but let's go ahead and do that. And we'll take that writing off as well. Okay. And this was folded, in half, and that's fine. I don't mind. I really don't mind. So I'll be able to journal a little bit here, and I can journal here. And if I need more journaling room, I can always do a flip out, or add a little pocket or something and tuck something in. So I think that will be just fine. Now, just because it's hard to not do this, I'm going to edge around. And my little sponge dauber is getting very light. Eventually, the little sponges and things that we use, they wear out. This has lasted me a very long time. So, and I keep trimming it down with my scissors when it gets, a piece kind of starts to come off. And eventually I get pull out a new little sponge dauber and pick up where I left off. But I'm trying to do more without edging, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Like this, I don't know, it just felt like it kind of needed it, but I didn't really want to, but I did anyway. And you can see how that frames it so much nicer than before. So it's a good thing. It just depends on what you like. Everything is subjective, right? Okay, now we've got this piece. We can go ahead and get ready to glue this down. Oh, that sunshine. Oh, it's so beautiful. I am so grateful that the Lord gives us these amazing days with the weather, our country, our world. There's so many beautiful places. I would love to see more of our world. But, oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to do that till I glued that down. Well, let's do this carefully. nice. Okay, now, this was awkward. Let's take it off again. Let's start again. It's kind of important that you glue the bottom layers on first. And I think this would have been fine. I'll just double touch these that we did just to make sure that they're down nice. But I think it would have been fine, but okay. Okay. So I'm liking this so far. And this is a little heavier, so this one, I definitely need an art glitter or a, let's see, I could go down there or I could go up here. Here, here, here. Sometimes you just have to go for it. You just have to make a decision and put it down. Just put it down. Regardless of, because sometimes there are many, many, many good ways to go, that there is no one absolute best to do there. Okay. So, let's kind of pull it down on off my desk a little bit so that it lies a little bit flatter. All right, now I've taken up most of the writing space, as you can see, but I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to journal on here, and then I will show you when I am finished. Okay, here is my finished page for this week. I may continue to work on a little bit. We'll see. But this was my nurse, Megan. This is the day that I journaled this spread. And down here, if you read, this was the 1/4 is when this all happened. So I just journaled in a little bit different ink and different direction, and then I have some sticker sheets, and I just added some little stickers here. I outlined this with a pen and then just drew some little lines inside, just doodled a little bit and colored the outside of this. And I will be honest, I don't know how much I love these papers. So, not sure. I'm finding the writing part a bit constrictive with the lined paper already there. But I will continue, I will use it for a little bit and we'll give it a try. But I give myself permission to switch it up and not use it in the future if if I don't want to. I'm in charge of me. And so, yeah, we'll give it a try, though. I'm not in love with this page. Mostly because my doodling was bleh. Pretty icky. But I haven't doodled for a long time either. And not that I'm fabulous at it at the best. But anyway, but I like the layering here. I'm trying to keep it kind of thin-ish. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, the more that you layer and envelopes and that kind of thing is always going to add, to the bulk of the journal as well. But there again, I can take pages out and I could put together, if I had super bulky 3 that made up a signature, I could do that. this way that I'm journaling. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. I love you, and I hope that you are well and happy, and that you're having fun with this journey as well. Not sure about next week what I'll journal about. I do know that I've mentioned to you a couple of other journaling possibilities, and that would be kind of the history, my history, and other stories and that kind of thing, family stories to go in here. But yeah, so far it's like, okay, we have begun. So I've got 3 pages, and we'll see if this is covered or not when I visit with you next week. All right, till the next video, please have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.